Hey, welcome to episode 2 of the Unfiltered Life Podcast, where I'm exploring what it means to have an attitude of gratitude during this fall season. I want to talk about why saying the words, "I am grateful," truly matters. You see, for me, it's all about developing some Tude, right? Some attitude in life. My granddaughter Abby has some serious Tude. Now, some may think this is a negative thing. Having attitude may mean that, you've got issues. But that's not always the case. Abby is clear about what she likes and doesn't like, and she'll let you know about it. All very important for a 4-year-old. She doesn't have major meltdowns, and she's not sassy. But it is difficult to sway her to seeing something my way because, she knows what she wants and expects. From her favorite Disney shows to breakfast preferences to her preferred sippy cup, she knows what she wants and names it. So I am just so incredibly grateful for my granddaughter's Tude, because her self-awareness, right, even at such a very young age, has a direct impact on how she communicates and I think actually collaborates with others, how she lives out her daily life at home with her parents and her younger brother and in preschool, and definitely with her Gigi. Ultimately, I'd say our attitude shapes our success and happiness in life, right? So having Tude is not always a negative thing. It's something that can be a strength to develop, and it is never too early to start, as Abby can testify, and we are never too old to develop healthy, positive attitudes in life to shape our success, to shape our own well-being, and to shape our happiness. Which is why I am all about having an attitude of gratitude this month, focusing on ways to develop this important Tude in my life. Gratitude, I think, can help shift our head and our heart in really cool ways. Shifting focus, from not only everything just being about ourselves, to actually shift it to appreciating someone or appreciating something else. This gives us this opportunity to express thankfulness for every single part of our life, right? Thankfulness for the big things that are going on, as well as all the little things that make up our day-to-day life. An attitude of gratitude means making the conscious decision, right? A conscious decision, and then practicing an expression of appreciation on a regular basis for everything, right? So it's this conscious decision and then practicing gratitude on a regular daily basis. So we can be grateful for our relationships that we have. We can be grateful for our health, our jobs and work, our school, all of our friends, for food on our table and running water in our homes, and for our overall sense of well-being in life. Developing this Tude can help us feel happier and without a doubt, I think, more positive and, more compassionate. I think compassionate with ourselves as well as compassionate with others around us. So, if we want to develop an attitude of gratitude, we've got to work at it. We've got to find a way to make it a daily habit, something that just comes natural. So the question is, how can we develop and grow an attitude of gratitude? Well, I begin by asking myself, what can I be grateful for, right? What can I be grateful for? And then really spending some time thinking about that, right? Not just coming up with the first thing that may come off the top of your head, but to really hunker down and think about what I'm grateful for. My number one practice of gratitude, my number one gratitude practice occurs every day as part of my morning ritual. I journal in the early morning with this wonderfully warm cup of tea. And every day I write down 3 things that I am grateful for at that very moment. Just today, I wrote that I was thankful for, first, my upcoming breakfast with my granddaughter Abby before preschool, and then grateful for that cool 50-degree morning walk with my dog, and then also that I had a great night's sleep. Right? This practice helps me remember and express gratitude for both the big things and all the little things in my life. A related practice that I've developed on top of that is that by the end of the day, I tell someone at least one thing, just one thing that happened, which made me grateful. I do this in person by talking directly to somebody, or I do it by text or via an email, or picking up the phone and calling somebody. And then I also note it in my journal. What would it look like for you to start a gratitude journal? To write down what you're grateful for, or the things that you're proud of, or the things that you're excited about and what's happening in your life. Journaling has meant so much to me, and I think journaling can help us reflect and acknowledge what we have done and accomplished, right? In the last day, or in the past week, or month, or even a year. I have journals that go back 20 years. Right? I kid you not. You could come into my office and check them out. 20 years, and I'm amazed and sometimes mortified and frequently humbled by my musings from years past. But they reveal amazing things to me. And these journals remind me that gratitude is a core life value that I have. It is a core value that defines who I am, right? And has definitely seen me through many difficult times, which is why developing this Tude can be so important. It is so important to give ourselves credit for the big and small wins we have achieved, even if it's just for one day. Just one day. And it can change our mindset. It can change and shift our outlook on life. Another habit that helps me develop an attitude of gratitude is to acknowledge other people in my life who've made a difference. Someone who's helped me or accepted me, just as I am, or who has pushed me, or someone who's called me out when I absolutely needed it the most, as well as someone who's inspired me, the folk that just support me. When we're able to thank others for what they've meant in our lives, right? How they've impacted us, how they've changed us, how they've made a difference. This is cultivating an attitude of gratitude, definitely within ourselves, but also helping to develop and cultivate gratitude in others' lives, right? By spreading joy and positive feelings to others. A friend of mine put it this way, and boy, it just really makes sense to me. He said, feeling grateful and not expressing it, it's like wrapping a present and not giving it. And I'm like, whoa, that's right, spot on. That's feeling grateful and not expressing it is like wrapping a beautiful present and not giving it. It impacts and diminishes both people in a way, right? I think another way to develop Tude is to surround yourself with people who share this mindset of gratitude, right? That attitude of gratitude, and then simply spend more time with them. Right? They can help us feel happier and definitely more positive, and again, that more compassionate ways of being and feeling about ourselves and others. So this week, I want to commit to a new gratitude practice each and every day. I think the simplest way to start developing this attitude of gratitude is to choose to appreciate all things in life. It's never too late to start, right? And yeah, it definitely takes a bit of work, but having an attitude of gratitude is one of the healthiest habits to cultivate a fulfilling and happy life. And this is true for all of us, right? For my 4-year-old granddaughter, Abby, for myself, and hopefully for every age and generation around us. So let's give thanks every single day. And let's take the time to stop and appreciate life and all its beauty. Let's have an attitude of gratitude. And I'm going to start right now. Today, I offer my heartfelt thank you for listening to this week's podcast.